Good afternoon. It's wonderful to have you here. I'm here in my office at the Fox Street Church of God. I'm Pastor Chad Traup, and just excited to remind you of some upcoming events that we have this week. Tomorrow night, we have here starting at 4 o'clock until 7. The Community Blood Bank will be here, and so if you want to volunteer, you're a healthy individual, you're not running a fever, you're over the 110 pounds, you're over the age of 17. If you're over the age of 16 with parental consent, we would invite you to, if you're healthy, to donate blood, as we live in a time now where that's down because people are not going out and donating blood. And so that means that the need is still there. And so I just want to make sure that you're aware that we are donating blood here with the Community Blood Bank from 4 until 7. And to make sure you're aware of that, there'll be snacks, there'll be drinks there provided for you. Also, there is also a really cool giveaway that the Community Blood Bank is doing because we're sponsoring it here. I don't know if you're familiar with Yeti coolers, Yeti, things that are made by Yeti. They're very, very well made, and they're also very expensive, probably why I don't own one. But there's going to be a drawing for a Yeti cooler, a couple of Yeti tumblers, a grilling kit. There's a bunch of prizes that we are giving out, that they are giving out for opening up our facilities to be able to be used as a destination to be able to give blood. And so, again, tomorrow night from 4 p.m. until 7, that's 3 hours. If you could show up, if you want to call ahead to see if there's some open spots, you can just show up. Either way, we'll do the best that we can to get you in, because I know that Western Pennsylvania Community Blood Bank, much of the blood that will be donated is kept around here locally. So UPMC Northwest, Meadville Hospital, Erie, a lot of our area hospitals get their blood products from Community Blood Bank out of Erie. And so hope to be able to see you tomorrow night for that. Also, this coming Sunday at 10 a.m., we're having coffee and donuts with the Christian Motorcycle Association sponsoring that. And the members of the CMA will be sharing during our service and during our worship time this weekend. And also after the service, we'll have what's called Blessing of the Bikes, where we'll break out in groups and pray over the individuals and the motorcycles for safe travels this summer and into the fall. And so want to make sure that you're very aware of that. And then after the Blessing of the Bikes, we will leave from here. We'll go for a ride, stop off for a place to eat, possibly get a dessert along the way. And so it's a wonderful time of fellowship and traveling in packs, so to speak, and safety as we go for a ride. And then, so the worship time for this Sunday is 10:45. As we continue to social distance, we encourage you to wear a mask unless you have a health condition. Every other pew is sectioned off, and if you're not related, we just ask that you would be 6 feet apart, if at all possible. We want everybody to be safe. There's a lot of things that we continue to plan during this time, and there's a lot of exciting things that are coming up, and I just want to make sure that Trix, what are you doing?
Well, I just wanted to see what you were up to here today. I don't know, coming up there's going to be a lot of cool things going on at the church. And one of the cool things is the Easter in July celebration that we'll be doing.
Easter in July? Well, Trix, what do you mean Easter in July?
Well, since there wasn't any time for Easter due to this pandemic, we weren't able to do our usual Easter egg hunt. And so this year, we just want to make sure that all the kids in our community have the opportunity to enjoy an Easter egg hunt. And also, they're giving bikes away. They're giving bikes that little ones can ride on. They're giving a little bit bigger bikes, and then they're giving your BMX type of bike. And so it's really cool and something that's coming up very, very soon.
I'm glad that you brought that up. But where did you come from? Were you under my desk all this time? That kind of weirds me out a little bit. But anyway, yeah, we will be doing an Easter egg hunt here in a couple of weeks. In fact, as I look at the calendar here, it's going to be here before we know it, because that's June the 25th, and so, or July the 25th. And so we want to make sure that you're very aware of that, and that you're invited to be able to participate in that. Of course, we're going to take all the safety precautions that we possibly could do during this time, but we want the kids to have be able to have a fun time and get candy. We'll sugar them up real good that day, and we'll make sure that they have a fun time in the time that we have with them, but we'll do it in the most safe way possible. And so I just want to invite you here today to many of the things that we have going on. Of course, if you're uncomfortable, our church is open. We are here every day of the week except for Friday and Saturday. But you can also reach us by email. You can get on the website. foxstreetchog.org is our website. And a lot of our information is on there, and also our sermon outlines and everything. Also, you can continue to check us out on Facebook. You can email us through that. There's many links that go around with that. And so we just want to make sure that we reach out to you, and make sure if you're in need of anything that you reach out to us, and we want to make sure that we can take care of you. And so, again, during this pandemic, we want you to be safe, and so we want you to participate in worship the best that you can. And so that's why we're live streaming via Facebook Live. We've been doing that ever since this pandemic has started. We've also, after the weekend of Mother's Day, have been able to gather together and worship together, taking safety protocols and safety measures. And so we want to continue to be able to do that. There's hand sanitizers. We encourage social distancing. Again, we just want you to be able to participate. If you're wanting to get your tithe in, one of the things that I would caution you on is bringing your tithe and putting it in the mailbox outside of the church. I would encourage you to make sure that there's someone here if you need to drop it off, or even mail it in that way. Also, I want you to invite that you could go to our church's website, and also on Facebook, you'll see that there is a Tithely app that is attached to our web page. You just click on that, and you just put in your information, whether it's your debit card or your checking information, and you can give directly from that, and the church goes directly to the church after that. And so we want to make sure that we're meeting our community here in Rocky Grove and Franklin to the best of our abilities. You see that I have a shirt on from the Venango County Suicide Awareness Run that I just did several weeks ago. I like to participate in causes that people don't realize, that there's people that don't feel loved during this time. And especially when you think about suicide awareness and of those who battle mental health conditions, we want to know and help them understand that Jesus loves them equally, just like he loves everyone around the world. And we want people to feel that hope. We want people to feel that love. And so as we prepare to leave with you here today, again, I would invite you for the blood drive tomorrow night. And I would also invite you, if you're a motorcycle, scooter rider, slingshot rider, whatever it may be, to ride in. We have many parking areas and parking spots that you can come. 10 o'clock, we'll have coffee and donuts, and then participate in the service, and then a ride after that. But again, I just want to invite you to the many exciting things that are happening at the Fox Street Church of God. And so may you be incredibly blessed, neighbor. And what do we say?
We say, God bless, and we love you. We'll see you.
We'll see you.